Welcome back to the homie Squawk, you butt munchers. I'm Kyle, and back with me are the usual peeps, Gigi, Hannah, and Trevor.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there.
And yeah, so we're getting back into the podcast, and we're actually doing this on a Thursday, which is unusual for us, but
Wow.
Hold the curtains
I
back.
know. Spoiler alert.
how is that a
We're not
spoiler?
perfect.
What does that even
Now they-
what does that even
now they-
mean?
Now they know we don't do it on Thursdays.
So? What does that matter?
Wow. When I didn't even think we said what day we did it. So wow.
Who cares?
Way to go.
We do it every
Our
day.
whole schedule.
I know.
One super nerd is gonna like triangulate our locations because of this.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're right. I just doomed us all.
Yep.
I didn't mean
Damn.
to.
You say beam to?
Anyway,
Oh my god.
we got more questions to ask and answer. So
And ignore.
yeah.
This
So
one wasn't enough this week.
so let's cut right to the chase and get into it.
Yes, into it. Okay, so my question is, what is a family tradition you and your family used to do as a kid? As an adult, do you still do it? If not, do you wish you did or would do it? Yeah.
Do you even want to do it?
Do you like?
Do
Even
it.
have a family?
Oh, jeez.
This is
Damn.
this is a multi-layered question right here.
I
Yeah,
like
it is.
cakes, so yeah.
Of
Is
course.
that your answer?
No, because of the layers. Ugh,
Like an
God,
ogre.
Trevor.
so dumb.
Ogres have layers. So for this question, I can only really think of two that my family used to do. At least that I could remember for now. But the first one is a birthday clap, as we call it.
Birthday clap?
Where, yes, a birthday clap.
Where you get to clap on your birthday?
What we do is after, you do your traditional happy birthday song to everybody, you get everybody who's there together to clap really fast, however old the person is. And my family has done this like for generations.
Wow.
So
Dang.
we always do it. And so like when we're at like my grandparents' house and they're having a birthday, like, in their 70s, it gets harder to do because it's a lot more claps and everybody has to be in sync and everybody has to end on the same time.
Yeah.
If somebody goes past it or, stops short, we have to do it all over
Death
again.
sentence.
Oh,
Oh.
God
Okay.
damn.
So yeah, it's been a tradition in my family for a long time to do that, and yeah, I still do it. Like if I'm like at a friend's, I'll do it by myself, and everybody's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I have to.
You're like in your room by yourself doing it.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, it's just my autism.
Oh my god. No, it's just I have to do it because it's something that we were, taught from little kids to do. So,
Yeah.
yeah, my friends always have thought like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then I'll tell them the story, and they're like, "Oh, okay, then I guess sure, whatever, do your thing." But yeah, that's one, and then the other one is we as a family would always watch the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles on Thanksgiving, just because it's like a very Thanksgiving themed movie, and it's just a movie that we've all watched since I was like a little kid. So I traditionally still watch it on Thanksgiving, no matter where I am, if I'm with my family or not. And yeah, it's a really good movie.
It is.
I've never heard of it nor seen it.
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
It's
I think
super
you would like
good.
it.
Me or Gigi?
Both?
Both.
We are one, Kyle.
I think Gigi and I have a lot in common, so we might. I don't know.
We might. You know, we'll
Check it
watch
out
it
next
together,
week.
Kyle.
Anyway, was that your answer?
Yep.
All of it?
I love it.
All right. So for me, I don't really necessarily have a lot of like, hiccups. A lot of like big
Yes, you do.
traditions from my childhood. I remember a few like smaller things. Like one thing that came to my mind is like super random and not even really, I wouldn't even really consider it a tradition, but it's something that me and my dad used to do. Every Sunday we had a Wiener Schnitzel that was like right next to our house. So
Nice.
we'd walk down to Wiener Schnitzel and eat Wiener Schnitzel every Sunday.
Nice.
And then walk back. And it was, I don't know, it was just one of those things that I enjoyed. Um, and that was all, of course, before they tore it down and turned it into a freaking Starbucks.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, so when it became a Starbucks, I was really upset just because, like, that was my Wiener Schnitzel, you know? I got all them long boys at that Wiener Schnitzel.
Ask me about my Venus Nation.
And then another one is every Christmas morning when I used to live with my stepmom, she would make cinnamon rolls every Christmas morning, and like she was really strict about the cinnamon rolls. Like she wanted us to make sure that we had cinnamon rolls, and we couldn't open any presents until everyone had their cinnamon rolls, and we had to eat our cinnamon rolls before we opened presents, which was fine. I mean, I like cinnamon rolls, but
yeah.
it was
But
just
what if you
like,
didn't?
then I guess you're screwed. I don't know. You can never open your
Then you
Christmas
would break
presents.
her heart.
Yeah. Um, I don't really have anything else.
Okay, for mine, we didn't have really traditions growing up, unless you count like family get together on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah.
Like we would bake a lot of food, and then we would eat it, and then like everyone would go home. So,
Sounds traditional.
Very
Yeah.
American.
Yeah. But that's really all I could think of. Just a lot of food with family on
Holidays.
Christmas and, well, not holidays in general, just specifically Christmas and Thanksgiving. So, if you consider that a tradition, cool. If not, then I don't really have
Then I
one.
got nothing. For
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, we had a lot. um, so we would go to the movies, or we would go to theme parks on Christmas Day, avoiding Disneyland because obviously that's going to be the busiest. But we went to Six Flags Magic Mountain, and it was really empty. And it was like the best time to ever go because literally no one was on the rides, and it was like so awesome because we didn't have to wait that long, and yeah, we got to go on every freaking ride, so it was great.
Nice.
And then for the movies, we would either do it Black Friday because everyone was shopping, or we do it New Year's Day. No, New Year's Eve because everyone's out, drinking
Hmm.
and doing that. But we would go to the movies because again, it was empty and no one else was there. And then I thought of one more, and we used to make tamales with my grandparents every Christmas Eve, and like we would wake up like at 3 or 4 in the morning, head over to my grandparents' house, and like make tamales for hours, and like always hated waking up that early, but I loved it because I really liked tamales. And like it was just so good because my grandma would have this big old like pot thing of just meat, and then my grandpa would already start making the masa, and then we'd have the husk all lined up and pretty much like a assembly line to make tamales. Oh my god. And then eating them right when they came out of the pot. Oh, delicious. Um, none of those I do currently. I I really want to learn how to make tamales. My grandma, like, she's the kind of person that they don't write down the recipes because they're like, oh no, we have to pass it down kind of thing. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, how am I going to learn to cook if you don't tell me? So that's one thing I definitely want to learn to do. And then theme parks, there's not really any here near where we live, so we wouldn't really be able to do that unless we went down to California.
Yeah.
And the movies, I think Trevor and I have gone maybe once during a holiday.
When?
I think when we first moved here, or maybe when we were in the Bay Area and we couldn't go home because we had to work. But we really don't do any. So, but I would like to start trying to do something. I did tell him I want to start a tradition like only him and I do, and
Yeah.
we can do that for our family when we
Mhm.
start a family. But yeah, as of now, I don't really do any of the other ones. I wish I did, but it's
What would
fine.
your tradition be? Like, would you want to make up your own tradition to pass down to your family, or would you want something that's like derived from the rest of your family?
Um, I think it'd be kind of cool to come up with our own something that's just unique to our family. But I have a feeling it's gonna probably come from one of our family's original traditions, and maybe we can put our own spin on it or something.
Hmm.
But yeah, I definitely want to do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next question. My question was, if you could meet any person, dead or alive, famous or not, who would it be, and how would your meeting go? Or how do you think your meeting would go?
So for me, I chose the lead singer of Alice in Chains. Um, if you guys know me, that's probably not a surprise.
What's his
Probably.
name?
Lane Staley is his name, and he was like a really heavy drug addict, and he died back in 2002. Um, but if I met him, um,
Uh-huh.
and had like a one-on-one with him, I would want it to be the Lane from like circa 92, 93-ish. That was like the best version of him. He wasn't using anymore at that point, and he was just really full of life and just living his dream of being in a band. And the music was still about drugs, but he wasn't using, and he wasn't, he didn't look like a skeleton. He actually looked like a human being, and he just looked really alive at that point. I think when I've watched like interviews of the band and him specifically, he's got a very like laid back personality, and he had a really heavy like sense of humor. And I feel like a lot of the stuff that he was saying, like, I feel like that would kind of be my sense of humor in a way. So I feel like him and I would be able to like joke around with each other a lot. He was pretty like immature at times, and so am I. Um, so I mean, meeting him would just be a really like dream come true. And if I could have like a heart to heart with him, I'd just sit him down and I'd just be like, drugs are bad, okay?
Just say no.
Okay.
And then his response would be, I've seen the error of my ways.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, you're right. But yeah, I think, I don't know. If I actually said that to him, he'd probably get offended, maybe? I'm not really
Probably
sure.
flip your shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, in general, I would just want to have a good time with him. He just seemed like a really down to earth kind of guy, and he was super just, I don't know, he's just a really cool guy. So, yeah.
Nice.
For mine, hold on to your butts.
Ooh, but
I'm already doing that.
clinching.
I chose Werner Herzog. the German director. Even Hannah hasn't heard of him? No.
No, apparently not.
No?
What?
Okay.
What is he? Was he done?
I don't know. But I have...
What?
What?
Yeah, it sounds weird. But I have seen him in a couple things, most notably The Boondocks, which is a animated show that was on Adult Swim.
The Booncocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has like this very soft German voice, and I fucking love how he talks.
Oh.
Is it like
So,
soft and
yeah.
sexy?
I don't know about sexy, but like, I trust him. Like,
Whoa.
he could like
Whoa.
say anything. I'm like, just keep talking, dude. I want to
Just
keep
cradle.
hearing you talk.
Cradle me.
That's not what I was expecting at all.
No, but he's an older guy. I'm pretty sure he's still alive. Yeah, I would ask him questions just to hear him talk.
Anything.
Anything.
Anything at all.
Yeah.
Read the
Almost like-
definitions.
Can you read? He like hands him like a book. Just, can you read this book to me, please?
I like his voice.
It's almost as if you were gonna like ask Miyazaki a bunch of questions just to hear him talk. Because I feel like he's very like soft, or is, or what? I'm not sure. He's still-
Who is that?
Miyazaki, the guy who made all the like Studio Ghibli films.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I don't
he was
know.
soft spoken as well.
Oh. Okay. So I went with the first person that came to mind. And it was Brie Larson.
Myself.
Brie
Oh.
Larson.
Ah. Yeah, I think she's
Nice.
I think she's really cool. I really enjoyed her as Captain Marvel, which I was like, what else has she been in? And then, found out she was in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
And like, a bunch of other stuff. But she just seems really cool. And I feel like we would just hang out, but she would suggest something really crazy or something really cool, and I'd be so starstruck that I would just kind of agree with it. Like, I feel
Let's
like
get
she would be the type
fucked
of
up.
person. Yeah, I feel like she'd be the type of person that goes, "Let's bungee jump off this bridge," or "Let's like jump out of this airplane," and I'd be like, "Yeah, girl, sure, let's do that." But like inside, I'm like peeing my pants. Like
Yeah.
she just seems like she'd be really cool, and I don't know. I think it'd be very interesting to meet her. More of the fact of like she wasn't, I shouldn't say like your typical superhero girl character. Like I don't know, how do you say it?
Kick ass.
Yeah, like she wasn't like, "Oh," like she was more of like, no,
She
fuck
wasn't
you.
the damsel in distress.
Yeah,
Like me.
which was really cool. I also thought of the woman that plays Wonder Woman.
Oh, Gal
Uh,
Gadot?
Yeah, I think she's
Ooh.
really cool too.
Yeah, I'd like to have a one-on-one with her.
That- okay. Yes, she would also be another one for me. I think they both do really well playing strong women superhero characters.
Yes.
Gigi just needs some
Yes.
badass women in her life.
Yes.
She's like, am I the only one?
I'll take that as a compliment.
Wow, okay. That's really cool. For mine, I would hold on to your butts as well.
Ooh, wee.
I would really
Still doing
like
it.
to. I would really like to meet Ashley Johnson, who is a voice actor. She is most famous for playing Ellie in The Last of Us, but
Playing her voice?
yes,
Oh,
and she does the motion capture as well.
okay. I thought so, but I wasn't too sure. That's why.
Yeah.
Clarify.
She's also done a million voices for animation, and she's also done. She's like a huge geek, so she's part of the D&D group that I watch every week.
Nice.
Religiously?
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually Thursday, so I'm missing them right now. But
Sorry about it.
but yeah, her personality is a lot like mine, where she's kind of like a little hermit, but is very geeky and knowledgeable about the things that she's passionate about,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is super cool. And
Yeah.
also, her performances are a huge part of why I got into animation in the first place. So, yeah, I would love to meet her and talk with her. Ideally, if I got to meet her, it would be really cool, like to meet her during a D&D game or maybe in a voice acting session where she's like in her element. And, you know, just watching her perform would be super, super cool. So, yeah, I think that
Nice.
would be mine.
Yeah.
I almost met her at last year's Comic Con.
Did you pee your
Um,
pants?
yeah, actually, I was on I waited outside for a
Oh,
panel
her hotel
for,
room.
no! It was a panel for a show called Infinity Train that she was doing, and I waited outside for like 3 hours, got into the panel, and she was actually flying in from New York to get into this panel and wasn't there when the panel started. And so my heart dropped. I was like, oh man, like she was supposed to be part of this. It would have been cool to actually see her in person.
Yeah.
And she was going to be doing like a signing later that day and everything. And she ended up flying in like during the panel, so she came in like 30 minutes late, but she's like, I'm here, guys, bye!
Aw.
And ran in, so it was cool to see her. I didn't end up getting picked to go get the poster that she was signing or whatever, but it
Lame.
was cool to see her actually in person and be like, hey, she's not just a face on a screen,
You do
Yeah,
exist.
that's cool.
But yeah, Ashley Johnson.
Nice.
All right. Moving on to my question.
Question.
So mine for today is, what is a song that you love by an artist or a group that you hate? And why do you like the song? And why do you hate that group?
Why the hate, bro?
I think love is a strong word in this case, but
Well, yeah, I mean, love, like,
It's a strong word for Trevor.
Yeah, it
yeah.
is.
I like the song "Never Seen the Rain" by the band that I fucking hate, Tones and I.
Tones and I.
I
Yeah,
don't think I've heard of
she's
them.
some Australian singer who does like these horrible fucking things with her voice. She's the one who does the song "Dance Monkey."
Oh, uh-huh.
I
Really
fucking
feeling
hate her
hate.
voice, but in this one, she doesn't do any of that bullshit. And like, she can actually sing, which is cool, but like, in her other songs, she decides to just do some stupid fucking stuff.
does
Take
she
a shot
just
every
like,
time Trevor says stupid.
I
does
know.
she, is it just like overdone, or like, what is it?
Yeah.
Like she's
I
trying too
don't know
hard?
what it. Maybe it's just I think she's doing something to her voice, like intentionally putting in some weird effect, which
Auto-tune?
sounds weird.
What's her
No,
name?
it's not even auto-tune. I actually looked it up.
Oh,
She
wow.
isn't auto-tuning her voice. That's all her voice.
Interesting.
She's gargling.
She might as well. She may as well be.
Oh.
But in Never Seen the Rain, like, I think it's a more serious song, and I think she actually takes it seriously. Like, you could see her talent there, but in her other songs, she just chooses to be stupid. So,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Choose a stupid
stupid.
life.
How many
What an
drinks did you
idiot.
take?
I didn't choose the stupid life. The stupid life chose me.
The choose
You
life,
choose
choose
me.
Oh, man. Okay. So I have two.
Oh boy.
And Kyle and Trevor might fight me, but it's fine. So
Oh
the
boy.
first one, is the song's called Green Light, and it's by Lord.
Yes.
I'm not a very big fan of her voice, but in this one, I don't know, I can stand it, and the beat's really good, so I like it.
I'll tolerate it.
Yeah. So I like it. I like that song. And then the second one is "Don't Get Me Wrong" by Pretenders. And I really don't like the song "Brass in Pocket." Because it played all the time at Lucky's, and then Trevor was like, "Oh, I really like her voice. It's like nice," and I was like, "No,
Kind has
fuck
an
you."
amazing voice.
Yeah, I know you fucking think that. So, so anytime I hear it, just hear
It's
Trevor
just
go,
my
"Oh, it's a
opinion."
really nice voice," and then I also just that song played so much at Lucky's, and then she talks about her hands and her feet or arms or
Ew.
whatever the fuck she goes on about. I'm like,
Talking
move
about
on,
feet
lady.
is a no-no.
But I actually really like the song "Don't Get Me Wrong."
Don't
That's
get
a
me
good song.
wrong. I really like Don't Get Me Wrong.
Yeah,
Nice.
so those are my two.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Hey.
If you say so.
I guess.
The one I picked, I would say hate is also a very strong word in
Yeah,
addition to
yeah.
love. So the song that I picked was called "Learn the Hard Way" by Nickelback. And yeah, go
I knew
ahead,
you were
get it
gonna
out of your
pick
system, laugh all you want.
Hannah loves
Wait,
Nickelback.
wait. What concert costs 45 cents? 50 cents a Nickelback.
Gigi's
Oh
disqualified from the
man,
podcast.
I heard that joke today. I thought it was hilarious.
Okay,
Hannah, continue.
yeah.
So
the song
stupid.
is called
Mel cuts it
"Learn the
out.
Hard Way," and it's an early Nickelback song.
Oh, they're
I like,
characters.
yeah, exactly. I I picked this song because it was featured in the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie during a like brawler type of scene where he's just beating up on a bunch of guys in a bar, and the song actually goes really well with the style of the fight. And I know it's not the best movie; it still doesn't hold up that great, but I particularly loved that scene because it shows kind of the difference between, like your typical superhero like Spider-Man and a superhero like Daredevil who's more like street based. So I just remember, like that scene being like really raw and really brawler style fighting where he's just like beating on dudes kind of like Batman would.
Yeah.
And that song plays during that scene, and it kind of matches the tone of it really, really well. So I really liked it. Why I quote unquote hate Nickelback? I wouldn't say I hate them. I would say that I grew out of them. Like I really liked their early stuff, which was like more focused on hard rock. And then they got to a phase where they started focusing more on like pop sounding songs and songs that you would definitely hear on the radio. And so when it transitioned to that, that's kind of when I started falling off of their sound, and his voice started getting really annoying to me. So I was just like, nope, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, we fell off the Nickelback train.
I never got on.
I do want to say though, Ben Affleck, he does some pretty good fight sequences. Like Daredevil was pretty awesome, and then
That's
best part
it.
of Batman versus Superman
Yeah, he
is
does some
his
really good fight
sequence
sequences.
in this fighting. Yeah, like that was like the highlight of the movie for me.
Exactly.
So yeah.
I just want to point
Yeah.
out, Hannah mentioned Ben Affleck's Daredevil twice in this podcast now.
It was an influential movie on my childhood, Kyle.
Hannah has a crush.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Well,
be better.
wasn't there an Evanescence song? Is that what the other time?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was a great soundtrack. It had Hoobastank. It had all
Hoobastank.
sorts of stuff on it.
Uba. Who?
Sentence is like, it had a great soundtrack.
guys
It had
didn't know who
Hoobastank.
She leads off with Uba Steak.
I know.
Might as well say like Limp Bizkit or something.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of good stuff on there, okay?
Guys,
Yeah.
2 songs from Kid Rock.
Don't forget that. Let's
The
die.
one that's gibberish and the other one.
Yeah.
Gibberish.
There was 2 Evanescence songs, so
Well, I
So she
think
had to buy it.
I think sound if a movie has a good soundtrack, it brings it up for me a little bit.
it does.
Yeah.
Kill Bill.
Well, I mean that movie's already great.
Yeah, but the music.
Yes.
Music makes you lose control.
But I mean, like, even if it's like all original music and like somehow it gets me into the scene
yeah.
because of the music, I'm like, all right,
Get
all
something
right.
to it.
Terrible movie, but I like the music. Like fucking Troll 2 had some pretty quirky music in it, and I actually kind of
That's
liked it.
Troll
Oh.
2?
Hell yeah, Troll 2.
Of all movies, you bring up Troll 2?
That's
I'm
a great
surprised.
movie.
I'm surprised we haven't brought it up sooner.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Nilbog, it's goblin spelled backwards.
Oh man.
This podcast sponsored by Troll 2.
Fucking the movie is called Troll, but there's not once any mention of the word troll in that entire movie.
Because they're above it, Kyle.
Why would you call it Troll 2?
When you
It's like
first said
artists-
Troll 2, I was thinking of the other Trolls.
Oh,
like
no.
the animated one. And I was like, wait a minute.
Nah, that
That
doesn't.
one does have sort of a cool soundtrack, so
It doesn't come close to
Maybe.
Troll 2's level.
No, nothing does.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say artists name
its own
songs
level.
that don't even have the song titles in the song, so maybe they're going for that.
Yeah. Real quick, which movie do you enjoy more, Troll 2 or The Room?
Oh man. I would say maybe Troll 2.
I was gonna say The Room because I've only seen the Troll 2 once.
I haven't seen The Room.
What?
Hannah.
What?
You haven't seen The Room?
No.
You're gonna
It's
watch
like
it. You're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna have a whole podcast dedicated to The Room.
We're gonna watch it
We need-
together.
Oh my god, we need
I
to do
know
that.
the references.
We should do that.
but-
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, we should do like a theme for one of our episodes. Like every now and then just talk about a certain like movie or like some kind of something. I don't know. But we should do that, definitely. I'll write that down.
Yes.
Write it down.
Anyway, back to the show. Hannah, I'm sorry, were you done with your answer?
Yes, I was like 5 minutes ago.
Okay. I'm just making sure because we went off on a little tangent.
Wow.
So to round out my question, the song that I picked is by the outdated and
Outdated.
like not so great Offspring.
I know. I wouldn't say they're outdated, but okay.
Wait, is
Outdated.
it self-esteem?
No, it's
You're gonna
not.
go far, kid.
Oh boy.
All right. It's actually not a hit song. It's off. It's off.
But
Their
all
album.
their songs were hit songs.
Oh.
I can't tell if you're joking, Trevor.
Kyle's fury level went up by like 5,000.
So the song is called "Damn It, Damn It, I Changed Again."
I don't think I've heard that one.
I think I have. I have.
I like the song because it's really like I don't know. It's just a really different song by them. It's not like experimental or anything in that sense, but it's just something that they tried differently because a lot of their music really just kind of blends together for me. I really like the guitar part in that song, which is oddly similar to Sum 41's "Still Waiting," like the lead guitar part, which is a little suspicious, but In the Offspring's defense, Still Waiting by Sum 41 came out 2 years after this song, so maybe it's Sum 41 copying off them. I don't really know. It might just be a coincidence. But anyway, the song, it's sort of difficult to pinpoint what it's about. It kind of talks about like starting fights that you can't defend, and like not seeing things the way you once did, and changing again, because that's kind of like the theme of the song. I just like this song compared to the rest of their catalog, because it just steers away from their normal sound. It's a lot heavier, and it has like a different tone to it, and it's really just like, it feels like a desperation song, like kind of like, I don't know, like your back's up against the wall, you don't really know what to do. But I mean, it's really heavy hitting, and I really like it. It kind of reminds me of another song by them, which is like one of the other few songs that I actually like. The Kids Aren't All Right.
Ooh, that's another
Um,
good one.
yeah,
Good
that
song.
that's a really good song. I like that song. Those are like really the only two Offspring songs I can handle. Um, the reason I don't really like the band is just mainly his voice. It's really nasally, and I just I just feel like he's not really singing. He's just kind of like yelling into the mic. Like it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't really do it for me. And I mean, I don't know. It just, he's like old. I don't know.
He's like old. Damn.
I mean, like when their first
Ageist.
album came out, he was already like in his early 30s. Like, what?
Wow. I feel attacked.
What a fucking loser.
What an
Yeah.
oldie.
Seriously. So by the time, like, okay, the way I see it is when like some of their music from like the late 2000s came out, he was already almost 50, and he was just singing about the same shit, and it just, I don't know. It just doesn't really,
You're just a grown up, man.
it
High
just
school
it just reminds yeah, it just reminds me of freaking Blink 182. They just write the same shit about like high school, and like, I don't know, it's just mature a little bit or something. I don't know. Do something different.
pathetic, really.
I mean, when I was younger, I did actually like the Offspring. I just really, like Hannah said about Nickelback, I just kind of grew out of them. So yeah.
All right.
Okay. So my question, if you can use any pre-established magic system, which would you choose and why?
Oh, I thought you said metric system. Just kidding.
How many different metric systems are there?
Oh, well, if you Google it, I don't know.
Oopsie.
So I went with ones that I would say I'm most familiar with. I wouldn't say like I'm the expert on it or anything, but I went with Harry Potter because currently I'm still reading the book.
Basic.
Wow, Kyle, stay in your lane, Offspring. Um, yeah, so I went with Harry Potter, mostly for the fact of that's what I'm familiar with. I've never really been into magic, so I don't really know a whole lot of different
Gigi plays
magics.
Magic the Gathering weekly.
Weaklings?
Weekly.
Oh, yeah, I don't
Just
know what
some of
that
the
is.
cards.
It has to do with cards? I don't want to play with cards.
Dang. Alright.
That's my answer.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
What do you ask what I would pick,
And
I
why?
picked
And your
and
why
I-
was just because I'm familiar with it.
right, and I also explained that I'm very familiar with magic in general, so I went with what I knew.
Magic
So
Man.
if
Now
you
you
said
see
like
me.
vampires,
Now you don't.
and werewolves,
He's gonna touch the
then-
log.
then
He's a
you got
magic man.
Those are just mythical creatures.
well,
You're a
then
mythical
bring up
creature,
mythical
man.
creatures, and then we can have a conversation.
Someone's
Mythical long
Team
boy.
Edward over there.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Unless you have any follow-up questions.
I'm good.
Say it to my face.
Slap.
Okay. The one I chose for mine would be the Witcher magic. Well, there's magic system. I specifically picked the the Witcher sign stuff.
The weakest
'Cause
magic.
Wow.
exactly. Because I like how it's a good balance of combat-based stuff, but also not combat-based stuff. It's like a good balance of the two. I think there's a good variety in the things that you can do with it. But I think for me, magic is super complicated, so I like that it's sort of organized and not too complicated. Like you have your signs and your gestures for specific ones, so it seems like it's a lot of like memorizing what gesture does what. And I think my brain can handle that a little better than coming up with a bunch of magic words or spells or anything like that. So I think it's like the easiest one for me to comprehend, therefore it'd be the one I would prefer to choose to use.
Cool.
Nice. So my answer, I went with the magic from Skyrim because
Nice.
in Skyrim, it's a world where I can really just get by without using magic. Um,
Sneak on by.
yeah, the sneaking in that game is fucked. But anyway, the world of Skyrim, it's really diverse, and there's a lot of different paths that you can take. And not only can you develop all the different types of magic, but you can also become a dragonborn, which is kind of the main storyline. You can also be a vampire or a werewolf, or even just like a soldier, and you can be really good at magic as a side skill or a main skill. Personally, when I play Skyrim, I don't use magic that often. I really enjoy being a vampire, or or just killing
Come
people
on,
with
Team
my.
Edward over here.
Yeah, I guess that further proves that point. I also like just killing people with my two-handed attacks as a barbarian because, you know, using a sword is cool. But magic in this world is cool because it's almost like an instant kill as you level up. And I mean, the higher you go up level wise, I mean, the more just like invincible and powerful you become. And it's kind of ridiculous. And it also can heal you or protect you, just like pretty much any other forms of magic from other worlds. Um, my favorite form of magic in Skyrim is destruction. It's easy, it's mostly effective, and it's pretty fun to use. And yeah.
Okay. So for me, I chose the magic system from Aragon. Did any of you read the books or watch that one movie?
I watched that lame movie.
Yeah, I watched the movie,
Yeah.
but it was pretty lackluster.
Don't.
Yeah, the books are so much better.
There was an
Uh,
Avril Lavigne song in that movie.
Was there?
Yeah.
I never actually saw the movie, but this magic system, it's well defined. It can be super powerful and it's easy to get into. Basically, magic is just control by using the true name of something.
Hmm.
So, if you use the true name, then you have absolute mastery over whatever it is. Like, for instance, the word Brissinger is fire. So, if you say Brissinger, all of a sudden, like, you have control over fire.
Brizinger.
And
Sounds like a type of bread.
it does, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll take a large Brissinger, cut it in half. Yeah, anyway, what I really like
Foot
about
long.
this is it takes as much energy to do it magically as it does normally.
Huh.
So, like, if you couldn't lift a boulder, but you try to lift it with magic, like, you're using up all your energy still.
Don't you
Which
need
is where-
stamina?
That was bad. I had to stare at her. So, this is where you store your energy comes into place. Like, they use gems to store all their energy, and it also rewards creativity. Like, instead of just shooting fire from your palms to, like, destroy your enemies, if you can learn the words, like, you can easily crush their windpipes
What the
of, like,
fuck?
a whole group of people, which, if you could, like, do that very easily with your hands, So like you could just destroy like an entire army with like a couple words if you had the energy for it. So it's very well defined. There's a lot of order to this. It rewards creativity and also people have like true names too. So like if you somehow figure out someone's true name, like you have complete control over them as well.
Oh God, that sounds
Yeah, like
terrible.
Sounds
everything
kind of
has a
kinky.
true name.
Jesus.
So
I
that's
don't leave
my
Gal Gadot alone.
answer. Yeah, Hannah, you're fired.
You
I
trash,
want pictures
girl.
of Spider-Man. So like I said, I kind of expected this podcast to be a little short based on the questions. So I looked up something and I thought it would be kind of fun if we could do some of this.
Did you look it up while Trevor was making his answer?
It was actually specifically while you were making your answers. No, I'm kidding.
It's always during Hannah's.
Every time.
No, I did this before the podcast, I promise.
That'll be your family tradition.
Yeah.
We start our family tradition.
Thinking of things while Hannah's speaking. That's fucked up. Hannah, I swear I listened to you, okay?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's like, I wonder if I could touch my nose with my elbow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. So I just literally typed into Google, I said funny questions to ask people. And then
Wow.
there's a website that has like a list of some questions. So I just wanted to ask some of them. They're kind of funny. They're pretty simple. So the first one here, it says, is cereal soup? Why or why not?
What?
No, cereal is breakfast.
It's breakfast.
Yeah.
Why is it?
No.
Okay, it doesn't have vegetables in it. Soup tends to have a vegetable in it.
Doesn't have
That's
to.
true.
What soup does
Tomatoes are
not have
fruits,
a...
Gigi.
What cereal does have vegetables is the real question.
Fruit Loops does not have vegetables. So...
Vegetable loops. Veggie loops. That's actually
What's
pretty
eat
catchy.
with crackers?
Write that down.
Frosted veggies.
You don't
Frosted
eat your
veggies.
cereal with crackers.
Veggios.
Crackers. You can't eat a sandwich with cereal.
Frosted squash.
Where are you getting sandwich from? We're talking about soup and cereal.
I'm just saying. That's why they're two different things. One you can eat a sandwich with, and the other
What was
one
that?
you can't.
What was that that bread that I mentioned earlier? Trevor?
Oh,
Your-
Sugar?
Yeah, can I get
Yeah.
a Brissinger foot long and a side of cereal soup, please?
Oh God.
You do eat both with a spoon.
Cereal sweet and soup is not.
Yes, it is. It could be sweet.
What soup is sweet?
Yeah.
I take that back. I don't
Yeah,
know.
what's
Yeah.
sweet?
I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
she's-
yeah, guys. Which one
Yeah,
is sweet?
how
What are you
much
talking
sugar
about?
are you putting in your soup?
Just whatever's left over from my cereal.
So cereal to me is not soup.
There was a Impractical Jokers episode I was watching the other day where one of the Jokers was trying to sell a product and it was jalapeno flavored milk.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah,
Okay.
People are just assholes.
So I think we're agreed. Cereal is not a soup.
Not soup.
No.
But
Soup
is
is hot.
soup a cereal?
Oh my
That
God.
was my follow up question. Okay. Next one on the list. What is the sexiest and least sexiest name?
Helga. It's not sexy.
I don't know. I got
Not
pretty
even
turned on.
Oh my God. Like,
Chad.
Chad.
not.
Yeah, Chad. God, Kyle. Ugh. Gross.
oh man.
I don't know. Like Gretchen.
Oh yeah, Gretchen's just horrible. Oh, what was that? It's like a really old school name. Starts with an E.
Edith?
E?
Edith.
Oh.
Ethel.
Ethel.
Ethel. Ooh, yeah, Ethel. No, that's
So
a
he
no for
keeps
me.
saying asshole with a lisp.
Okay, I
Ethel.
gotta think of a guy name. What's a
Say it to my face,
non-sexy
Ethel.
guy name?
A not sexy guy name?
Yeah.
Any of the basic ones, like mine.
Yeah. Kevin.
Stanley.
Ugh.
Adolf. Got him.
Yeah.
Okay, let's flip it. Sexy names.
Well, that's already what he asked, too.
Oh.
Yeah. It
Well,
was
we were
part of the
focused
question.
on the unsexy.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, so yes, now sexy.
Sexy.
Obviously, Gigi. Nailed
Obviously.
it.
I was about to say,
Guadalupe.
yeah, I was about to say your real name, but I wasn't sure.
No.
No, it's okay.
No, Mama
Consuela,
Mama.
that's sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Just rolls off the tongue there.
Sure does.
Okay, so Chad is unsexy, but Chadley is sexy.
Oh, my God.
Dude,
Chatterthur.
Chatterthur?
Yeah.
Chadson.
Chatterthur.
Oh, Jimothy.
Isn't that the little cricket that hangs out with Pinocchio?
I don't know. Don't stalk him.
I don't know. I can't really think of any like guy names.
No,
that are
that's Jiminy.
Oh, yeah. Wow,
Jiminy.
Hannah.
I didn't think about that
Attracted
one.
to a
I
cricket.
knew that. I was just
Oh.
just trying to make a joke.
Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah.
I feel like
What was
I feel like a
Ted's
lot of
girlfriend?
like American names are really not sexy.
Sylvan
Not that-
So
Youngblood.
now,
Karen.
is that just bias?
Maybe, I don't know.
You know, I think Chadley is the unisex name.
No.
Is
Oh my
Chadley
God.
even a name?
It is
Or is that
now.
something we're just making up?
Chadsworth.
Chadsworth Long
Long
Bothingham.
bottom.
Buppingham?
Bothingham. I don't know.
Chadsworth
Keep me
Longbottom the
poppin'.
Third.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any like sexy names.
Sexy names.
All right, let's see what else. What is something that everyone looks stupid doing?
Pooping. Especially if they have to push really hard.
When the water turns cold in the shower,
Oh, yeah.
you can't
real
help
hot.
your reaction. Or real hot, yeah. When the temperature in the water changes from what you were used to. Yeah, back.
When you open your phone, like the camera, and it's on the front
front
camera,
camera.
and it's just your
Yeah.
double chin.
Oh man,
Trying to lick their elbow.
yeah.
Hey,
Planking. People look
I
stupid
mean, if you
when
got
they
a butt
plank.
though, you just see
oh,
butt.
going along with planking, owling.
Owling?
What?
Yeah, it's kind
What
of
is
like,
that?
I guess like the opposite, where like you stand on something really tall, but like you're like an owl where you're sort of like in the crouched position.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's dumb.
All right.
Meditating?
Meditating?
Yeah.
Well, no one should be looking at you. You're supposed to be meditating.
But like that like typical like sitting where you like have your hands out like that. It looks kind of silly.
Little silly.
I think a lot of people just look silly in general.
I agree.
Toilet paper over or under?
Over.
Oh, how do
over.
you have the roll,
Like when
right?
it's
It's
on when you
sin.
have it hanging on the thingy.
It's a
Yeah.
sin to have it under.
it didn't really
Uh,
bother me
it
until
hangs.
someone like explained it to me, and then I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Well, what about
So
you, Kyle?
yeah, over.
Right?
That's what I
That's
do.
like that.
Going over it, yeah.
Yeah, over.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I used to just not care, and if it was under, it was under.
Wow.
Like it wasn't like a preference thing. It was just whatever I threw it on. Like whatever, I
Kyle,
don't care.
you might as well just go shit in the woods or something.
Speaking of
Zero.
shitting,
Oh,
Oh,
where
no.
is the strangest place you've urinated or defecated?
Well, I know where I
this isn't on
urinated.
the list?
It's on this list of questions.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I mean, I've gone in the woods while camping.
Pooping?
Is it?
Yeah.
You think
Oh.
that's strange though? I mean, that's kind of normal.
I don't know if it's strange. It's something you kind of have to do.
It's an unusual.
I-
I wouldn't want to do that.
I took a shit in a shower once.
Yes, you told us
Just
that
yesterday.
story.
Yeah, I don't think I told Hannah this story though.
Nope.
No.
I might have. I don't know.
It's new to me.
Should I embarrass myself?
You
I
want
think you already
to.
have by saying that you did.
You did it in the shower, yeah.
Well, I really had to go, and I didn't think I had to take a shit. And then, I mean, there's more to the story. I had a really bad bathroom phobia of like public restrooms, so I avoided the bathroom when I went camping one year. And the campsite, it had like public showers and public restrooms, and this was probably like halfway through the trip, and we were there for like a week, and I kept telling myself, I'm like, I know I'm gonna have to go at some point. I can't just hold it. So I was taking a shower one afternoon, and then suddenly I feel it coming, and there wasn't really anything I could do about it. So I was just like, well, here it comes. And then I went, and it was a lot messier than I was anticipating.
It was in the shower, so can't be really that clean.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, it
There's
was.
more to the story too.
Yeah.
I won't say that part though. Let's just say I blew it out of proportion more than I should have.
Yeah.
I should have just dealt with
something
it
out.
myself. But yeah, it was definitely a low point in my life.
Oh
In
my
my
God.
young lad life.
It was for your
Lad.
poop as well.
All right. Well, getting back to the question, I did go to the beach one time for like a beach cleanup type of thing, and for some reason their bathroom stalls didn't have doors. Like I really had to go, so I just started pooping, and like some kid came walking over,
Of
Oh
course.
and
my
like
gosh.
we made eye contact, and then
Oh,
he just walked
God.
away.
And then you winked.
All this could be yours.
Oh,
God.
no.
Trevor, you were supposed to be doing beach cleanup. Not adding to it.
Not adding to it. Oh my God.
I thought you were
For
gonna say
me,
it's in the ocean or something.
I don't think that would be
Blame
weird.
it on some fish.
Yeah. It's a huge dump fish.
It's from a blobfish.
Ew.
All right. Anyone else have an answer for that?
Yeah, one time, Trevor and I were driving from the Bay Area to my parents' house,
Oh no.
and in between, what is that, Gilroy
Yeah.
and Los Banos, it was back-to-back traffic, and I think we had already sat in traffic for like an hour or so.
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so, yeah, so we sat in traffic for like a really long time. What are you doing?
You're like breathing all over your mic.
Oh, um, there. Anyways, so we were going, and I told Trevor I really had to pee, and there was like a porta potty that was off to the side, and it's like by one of the many fruit stands that is along that highway. So Trevor pulled over, and it was locked.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't think I can hold it. And he goes, okay, well, and he grabs the funnel and a bottle, and then
Oh.
he he held a sweater next to the car door, and I went.
Wow.
That's love.
Into a bottle,
Lock
right?
Yeah, it was into a bottle.
lock that man down.
Give that man a ring.
Wait, you pooped into a bottle? Or peed into a
I
bottle?
peed. I had to pee.
Okay.
Diarrhea.
Running diarrhea. It's the only way it would fit into the bottle. No, but yeah.
Gross.
So
I don't
now
think
everyone
I've
knows
ever
my secret.
done anything like that. Like,
Hey.
I think the weirdest place I've ever, like, pooped that wasn't the bathroom was, like, outside camping.
And then
was never,
Hannah made
like-
eye contact with the bear.
And the bear's like, oh god, no.
Oh my god.
Get some privacy, gosh.
All this could be yours, bear.
Wink, wink.
The bear was like, no.
Oh man.
And the bear was Trinket.
Oh no, not Trinket. Oh,
All right.
poor Trinket.
What's the best type of cheese?
Cheddar.
Oh, Gouda.
I would say Gouda.
Eh,
Cheddar or Colby Jack?
I like pepper jack.
Ew.
I have to be in the mood for pepper jack.
I have to be in the mood, yeah, for pepper jack.
I can't believe you guys like chunks in your cheese.
It's not that chunky.
It's not that bad.
chunky.
I'll show
I'm
you
a
something
huge
chunky.
texture person.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Gross. No, I'm a huge texture person, so that's what's always weirded me out about pepper jack.
So you like Gouda because of its creaminess, then?
No, I just like the taste.
Wow.
Interesting.
Is there a follow-up to that, Gigi?
No, just wow.
Okay, Owen Wilson.
Well, it's the same thing with bread. Like if bread has like grains and nuts in it,
I don't like that.
no.
I eat it.
It's gotta be white, potato, or buttermilk.
I mean, do you guys like the hamburger buns with the sesame seeds? Is that okay?
I do, yeah.
They're
Those
okay.
are all right.
Like, it really doesn't matter to me. Like, I've never really noticed.
I just shove any kind of thing in my mouth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just Kyle things, shoving things in his mouth. Doop doop.
Yeah, edible, non-edible, whatever.
If it fits, it goes.
Yeah, you know it. Okay, here's one. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh my god.
Absolutely not.
No.
What is
Why not?
Because it's a
it's
hot
a
dog.
wiener?
But it's called a bun.
You don't put
Yeah,
wieners in
not
So-
a slice
No,
of bread.
See, the
No.
thing is,
But how can you call
it's
call
one-
cheeseburgers or hamburgers sandwiches?
It's
I
not.
don't call them a sandwich.
People do that.
they
A lot of
are
people
called
do
sandwiches, though.
Well,
Dude,
I don't.
The thing is, a sandwich, you have like two different pieces of bread on either side of like the interior part, whereas the hot dog is a holder. It's a thing.
that. A placeholder, if you
It's like-
will.
A wiener
Not
holder,
a
if you
placeholder,
will.
but like there's
Long
supposed
boy
to
holder.
be like one piece that you just split down the middle.
Yeah.
And if it breaks, then you're fucked. You're stuck with a hot dog sandwich.
Did you guys? I was gonna ask, like, when my parents would run out of hot dog buns, we would have to use like the bread if we had extra
Yeah.
hot dogs.
Oh
Yeah.
god, I hated doing that. I would, but it just didn't taste the same.
It didn't. It never did.
Yeah.
And like
Like,
the bread would like
embarrassing.
kind of, melt or kind of stick
Especially
to
if
the
you-
hot dog.
Especially if you tried to put like condiments in it, like it would just soak through the bread. It's
Yeah.
not
You
good.
try to put condoms in it.
Oh my,
Yeah, used condoms, that would just
oh
ruin
my
it for me.
God.
Something's gotta hold your wiener.
Okay, something related. What's the best type of hamburger you've had?
Like
Hamburger?
from a certain
Bland?
place, or
Sure. I don't mean like a cheddar or bacon or whatever, but like where did you have the best hamburger?
oh,
Like a
I know Sonic has really good burgers. I like their burgers.
Yeah.
IHOP.
IHOP?
They used to have a really, really good burger that had an egg on it.
Mm.
It was
Did
the
the
love of
egg
my life.
did the egg
Do you
like
remember
act
when we
as
went
the meat?
to...
Well,
What?
it had regular meat, but it had also a
Oh,
sunny
okay.
side up egg on it.
Gotcha.
Hannah and I went to a restaurant that was
We
next
did.
to Target.
TFTI.
Yeah, without you. It was after work.
It was the best day of my life.
We had a burger, and I got one with an egg on it.
Oh, my friend worked at the bakery that was right next to it.
Yeah! And we went to the bakery
Uh,
after. I remember. I just
Shoot,
remember
I
the
forget what the
hamburger
name
having
of
egg
it.
on it.
Yeah, it was really good. I don't
It
remember
was
what it's
good.
called though. Was it
Not the
just called
best.
Egg Burger?
Egg
I
burger.
don't know.
Egg Burger? It's Egg Burger.
Don't remember. But I just remember the burger had an egg on it.
Ooh.
Best burger.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with. I don't know.
Taco Bell, Kyle? Were you gonna say Taco Bell?
Yeah, you know the taco burrito grande burger. Yeah.
Well, I think for me, when we moved here and we had done some exploring and like we were really hungry, we went to this place called Whataburger? No, what was it? The one in Portland.
No, that's the original Wow Burger.
Yeah, the
I think
original Wow
Whataburger
Burger.
is in like Texas or
I
something.
Wow.
But the original Wow Burger, oh man, it was pretty good.
Is that the place I went to?
Yeah,
I
it's the
think we
place that we
took you
would take
there.
everybody to.
Oh.
Oh, we're gonna be in Portland here.
it-
You gotta eat here.
Was it next to IKEA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then
the
yeah,
other
I've been there.
one.
And Taylor
Oh.
Taylor had really bad diarrhea. I remember that too. Like as soon as he was
Oh,
done
man.
eating, he was like, "Oh, I got diarrhea," and then he left and was gone for like 20 minutes.
Oh my god. That was really good. And then we had one when we went to downtown Portland. When we went to the zoo.
Oh, the Loft.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good. It was like really dark in there. I don't know why, but oh man, they had really good burgers and they gave you a shit ton of fries.
We couldn't see our burgers, but they were delicious tasting.
They were fucking good. I mean,
Why couldn't you
I
see your
was
burger?
impressed.
Just thought
'Cause it was
like
dark in
low
there.
lighting.
I was making a joke.
Oh, well, I don't know. No.
You were probably thinking of another question while I was making a joke.
No.
For me, Taylor played a lot of baseball growing up, so there'd be like the Snack Shack, and
Oh,
I
hell
don't know
yeah.
why, but the Snack Shack hamburgers were amazing. It's just a bun and the patty and ketchup, and I think it
Yum.
was just like because of how plain it was, like it was just fucking amazing.
Sometimes you gotta appreciate the little things.
Yeah.
Those were the ones
Better
that
than
my
Tom's
parents
Place?
told me never to trust. Were the ones that came from
Well,
the
you had a
Snack
sad
Shack.
childhood.
Oh, damn.
I got
You
one.
better be positive as positive as heck.
Plah, motherfucker.
Sound like that surfer guy in that Vine who's like, you just gotta
Yeah, shit.
down,
And then we went whoosh.
Oh my god.
Can't talk.
I can start.
Go for it.
Okay, so after complaining last week, this week I almost said it. Our client had another
Oh.
large order, so
Quote unquote client.
I just went to Tina, the shipping manager, and I said, "Hey, do you guys need help?" And she's like, "Yeah. If you want, come in at 5." So I came in at 5, and I got 2 hours of overtime.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want a cookie?
No, for you, it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but like my company
just kidding.
does not give out overtime.
That's cool.
So
It's
yeah.
not cool that they don't
I
give out
was not
overtime.
happy
Why were you not happy?
because I had to wake up
Yeah, she had
2
to drop
hours
me off.
earlier to drop him off.
Oh, it was in the morning.
Yep.
So you started at what,
Okay.
5?
I started at 5 a.m. and then I got up at 5:30 p.m.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a solid day right there.
Yep.
Someone's got to bring home the money.
I know, Gigi. She gave me this dirty look.
I gave him the up and down look.
Wow, so intimidating.
She had candy in her mouth and she had to stop chewing. Just to, like, focus all her hate.
That's when you know it's serious, when she stops
Yeah.
chewing her candy. Her precious candy.
Motherfucker, I had to spit that out.
All right, something positive for me. I started my first week of school, which is interesting.
I don't know why. I thought you were going to say I started my first week of menopause.
That's
And,
interesting.
It doesn't make sense, but I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds right.
He's getting those hot flashes like crazy.
Oh my gosh. It went pretty well. It's the first time I've been in school for a little over 4 years. So,
Oh, were you nervous?
just because I didn't know how it was gonna go, yes. I had to do my first Zoom meeting while I was working, so it was a little weird because like you look at everyone else that's in the meeting, they're like in their room at their house or whatever on a computer, and I'm just driving.
Oh shit.
But no, I mean it went good. I like the one class where I have to do that during work. It's really more of a discussion, not like we're doing work or like writing stuff down. So it's really easy for me to just listen in and talk. So it works out for me. So it's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Gigi or Hannah?
Still thinking?
Well, I started decorating for Halloween, and I'm pretty freaking psyched. Is it dark outside? Because I put a
Yeah.
little
Might
door
be.
thing on the door. It's a cat, and I put little lights on it, so I get to turn
It's
on
your
the
cat.
Shh, she's fine with it. No, but I did start decorating for Halloween, and I'm so
Nice.
excited. Yeah.
Barely September.
Is
I
Halloween
already
even a
watched
thing this year?
I watched 2 Halloween movies today.
What is wrong with you?
Which ones did you watch?
I love Halloween. I watched Frankenweenie and Hocus Pocus.
Never seen
I-
either one.
I still want to get into Friday the 13th.
Well, I'm waiting to watch those with you.
Are we doing that tomorrow?
We can, I guess.
Don't
Which
expect
is
quality
Friday for
movies.
many people.
Don't
I
expect
just
them to
want to
be
see
good.
Jason in action.
I just want to see Jason's butt.
Yeah, he's got a nice butt.
Nice ass.
Nice.
Nice.
Goodness
It's
gracious.
from all those backbreakers.
Yeah,
But yeah.
all that drowning
Mommy
in
likes
the
toned buns.
all that drowning in the lake really did some good stuff to his core.
Oh yeah. Jason's workout.
Yeah, there's some ridiculous moments in those movies. Like some of it's just like what, and it's
I
really
also want to watch Scream. What's up?
what that.
Not
I mean,
that
those are
one.
So,
those are okay.
Kyle, what would your favorite campy horror movie be? Like, I guess
Ooh.
series.
Campy specifically.
Well, maybe not campy, but
Your
I guess like
go-to.
a slasher type.
I mean, I really love the original Halloween movie. That's like one of my favorite movies. It's not a very campy movie, but I mean, just the thing I love most about that movie is Jamie Lee Curtis because she's awesome, and the music in that movie is yeah, it's like different variations of the same song, but every time I hear it, like it's just so like I don't know, it's really ominous and like I don't know. It's just a really great soundtrack.
We gotta watch those ones too.
Yeah, don't expect great movies after like the first two. I don't know. Favorite horror movies in general. I really like The Thing with Kurt Russell. That's a really good movie.
Have you seen Trick or Treat?
No.
I like that one.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a good one.
The original or the remake?
The original.
Yeah.
The remake was okay, I guess. It had Jessica Biel in it, so she was cool.
What are your favorites then, Trevor? Like, what's your go-to horror movie?
Oh, none.
We're both babies.
Yeah, I don't like scary, but for some reason, I guess just playing the Friday the 13th game,
That and he's been
Like-
really into Stephen King.
that's
Mm.
true.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm reading Pet Cemetery.
Nice.
That was such a good book. Actually, I didn't read it. I listened to it, but it was really great.
It was awesome.
It really was.
It's very tense.
Yeah.
Like when Lewis is talking to Judd, and then Judd finally goes into how someone did try to bury a person
Yeah.
in the Micmac burial ground, and like that dude was just like fucking. At first, he's like crazy. He's just walking up and down the street, and
Mhm.
then like they corner him, and then he's just saying like all these things that like no one should know,
Yeah.
and then he's just fucking smiling and like staring at the sun as it's going down.
Yeah, and then he was like around a group of people with I think Judd was one of the people, and then just telling like the whole group their darkest secrets about each other.
Yeah,
And it's like, how would he know that?
yeah.
Yeah, it was creepy.
Yeah, I just got to the part where Lewis convinced Rachel to take Ellie to her parents so
Mhm.
he can dig Gage out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead. That's one of my favorite horror movies too. I think Evil Dead 2 is even better. It's one of those rare things where the sequel's like better than the original.
Too Dead, Too Furious.
Oh my god.
I mean, the second one, it dives into more of like the comedic side, but it's still scary and has a lot of like really like jump scare moments, and like the deadites, which are like the demons in the movie. They're also just as creepy as they were in the first one. But yeah, that series as a whole, I really like Bruce Campbell. He's one of my favorites.
Mm.
And Sam Raimi, my man, Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm gonna
About
make
to
it.
get all ghetto.
I
I don't know.
Yes.
My boy Tobey Maguire.
I would say for me, I'm not a huge fan of horror in general because I'm a baby as well. But I do really love werewolf movies. Any of the campy ones like Teen Wolf, American
Someone's Team Jacob.
Werewolf, and
I like
Yes.
that you know the team.
yeah, exactly.
Because, you know, it was this huge thing for a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about it.
Yeah.
Everyone and their mother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and their mother, because the moms would be into it too.
Yeah.
And then they all named their children Bella.
And Edward.
So yeah, like American Werewolf in London,
Yeah.
all the Underworld movies, like those are good movies. And I also really like Carrie, the original Carrie.
I've seen
That was always a freaky movie because it starts out being like a normal sort of campy
teenage. Yeah.
teenager movie, and then you're like, oh shoot,
I'm gonna laugh at you.
okay, yeah.
Did you ever see Van Helsing?
Yes.
Oh heck yeah, I love that movie.
I haven't seen it in such a long time, but I used to watch that movie a lot. I was really into it when I was a kid.
Kate Beckinsale with like a Irish Scottish accent, I'll take it.
And Hugh Jackman.
And he Jackman.
The one and only.
Yes, the one and only.
Have you guys ever seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
No.
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 Oh, that's such a fun movie. It's really silly, but it's like I wouldn't classify it as a horror movie. It's more of a it's a comedy, but it's like really like it's a dark comedy. But I mean the killer clowns, they're basically aliens and they just coincidentally look like circus clowns. I know Gigi probably wouldn't be into it because she doesn't like clowns.
Everything's
shoot.
zoned out.
That would be my favorite horror movie, would be the original Alien. That is a creepy movie,
That's a great movie.
but it's so good.
The movie,
Would you
the
say? Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say the just the special effects in that movie. I feel like
Outstanding.
they like blew Star Wars out of the water,
They blew
out
Star
of
Wars.
space. Yes, they blew Star Wars.
So, Hannah, would you say that was the scariest movie you've seen?
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of like exorcism movies. Those ones tend to creep me out more, but I would say that's like one of the first scary movies I ever saw.
The Exorcist?
No, Alien would be like one of the first, but any movies that came after that I watched that had like exorcisms or any sort of that creepy stuff, that tends to creep me out more.
Yeah.
I think zombie movies will always be my favorite type of like horror movie. Yeah.
Gigi's PS4 just turned off and she can't turn it back on.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can end the video. We're pretty much done, aren't we?
Pretty much, yeah. This was all extra.
Gigi
I
can.
didn't say my positive.
I don't think Gigi did either.
She did. She was. That's how
Oh.
we got on this tangent.
Yeah. Well, Hannah. ahead.
My positive for the week was I started a project. It was kind of like a new study for me to do. I've been studying this guy's technique of making scenes that look like they like just got pulled out of like a sort of like a Miyazaki type film, where it's like super detailed and the background's really detailed and everything. And so I started a project like that, and it's been a fun challenge so far.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Trying new things is always cool, for the most part.
Yeah.
Unless you're not successful. Then
Yeah.
it's not successful.
All right. Well, Gigi's gone. She hates us, so she left.
Yeah.
Early.
So yeah, we can end this podcast here. Yeah, pretty much it.
Bye.
If you don't like this episode and you don't like this podcast, then I'm gonna throw some dirt in your eye. Welcome back to the homie Squawk, you bunt munchers. Bunt? All right, I'm starting that over.
Fuck this, guys.
There's a hole in this cake.
Idiot.
Keep it. Just keep it.
Keep it.
That's the outtake right there.
Yeah.
Very end of the video.